Welcome to an authentic 1830s rural New England village. The Revolution ended over 50 years ago. The Civil War is still a generation away. The Erie Canal opened in 1825. A railroad connects Boston and Worcester, 44 miles. Ohio, Illinois, and Kentucky are at the west. New England has over 1,000 factories. Costume historians will help you understand the past and its relation to the present. The first stop is candle dipping. Candles were made of tallow and had to be dipped a lot. These are candles after about 7 or 8 dips. And these are completed candles, about 100 dips later. Next, the Friends Meeting House. This was the Quaker meeting house, so it was very simple and plain. The balcony would have been hard to see from, but you could hear very well. The great outdoors was home to these sheep. They were kept for wool, milk, and meat. The center meeting house was the New England Baptist meeting house. It was slightly more ornate than that of the Quakers, but not much. It had a small pipe organ and an altar. The only permanent decorations were the large clock and the simple chandelier. This barn housed chickens and many small sparrows. In 1830, it took about 40 hours of farm labor to grow 10 bushels of rye or wheat, enough for 600 loaves of bread. Today it takes about 40 minutes. This was the top to a barrel of pickled salmon. The Fenno Textile exhibit explains life before polyester. Wool, cotton, flax, and silk. Carding wool untangled and straightened the fibers, which were then spun to make thread. Ovens like this one were built into the fireplaces. The Thompson Bank was a commercial bank with more elaborate decor. The town tinsmith made cups, pots, kettles, pitchers, and lanterns. Patterns were punched into tin sheets using a hammer and an awl. The parson was the minister. The job often came with a large house in the center of town. This American citron was used primarily for its rind, which was candied and used in fruitcake. The attic is used for a bedroom, storage, and anything else the family needed. The town attorney handled civil and criminal cases for the entire town. The town store sold about anything you could want. It acted as a bank, often exchanging goods for stored credit, which could be used to purchase items later. Some items were imported, while others were brought in by the local townspeople. The blacksmith made and repaired iron, steel, and bronze items. Factories made many products by this point, so the job of blacksmith was mostly repair. Horses were the main mode of transportation next to walking. Covered bridges such as this were becoming more and more popular. This mashed pumpkin was dried to make pumpkin leather, which stored very well. Pigs were fed any scraps and were used for meat. Despite the rigors of post-colonial life, people still had time to have fun. Sledding and ice skating were favorites during the winter. The potter made pots, plates, bowls, and cups. Watch this planter pot take shape. The schoolhouse was dark and small, with one small wood stove. And this, the village in all of its beautifully lit splendor at sundown.